Okay, there we go. Hi Hillary, this is Bill. I wanted to show you that I actually made some progress in this project. Where we are now is what's called the breadboarding stage. That's where you don't really care how the project looks, you don't really care how the project fits, you just want to make sure that you can put it all together and make it work. Um, what what I wanted to show you was some of the other attempts I had made at breadboarding. Um, this particular piece here is the transmitter. That's worked from the word go. This was an attempt at a receiving device that never really worked. I also tried to use a little MP3 player with a built-in radio to try to pick it up, and I never could get that to work because there was no way to get the signal strength out of it. It was either there or not, and there was no real in between. Here's another one I used. I was trying to use induction instead of radio signals, but it would have worked, but only at very close range, like within an inch, and that wasn't going to do us any good. So after fighting with that other circuit for quite a few days, I threw it away and kind of started over with my own design. As you can see, I've been doing this little soldering together thing. Well, last Friday I had some time to kill, and I wound up walking around the local Goodwill and came across this 320 project Young Scientist Lab, which has a nice little breadboard panel in it that you just plug in the parts. You don't have to solder them together, which makes this kind of experimentation circuit building a whole lot easier. Anyway, it's the best 10 bucks I ever spent. Came with all the parts and everything. Anyway, I do want to show you that the transmitter works. This part is a signal generator that I use to trace phone lines. It's not going to be part of the finished product, but off to the side I have a radio turned on and tuned in, and when I put power to it, you can hear the signal. So the little transmitter does put out on the FM band. So we don't need this anymore, so I'm going to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to turn the receiver on. Snap the battery in, and what I'm hoping you can see are these numbers on this meter. What this thing is doing is you've got a little part here that detects the signal and half of this little chip here that amplifies it. So when we turn on the transmitter again, you'll notice the numbers start jumping up. And the idea being, as we pull it farther away, the numbers go down. As we get it closer and closer, the numbers start going up. And that's what we're going to use to detect the proximity. On the transmitter, this is the antenna. On the receiver, this is the antenna. What we'd probably do is hide those into the necklace and into the wristband. Of course, the receiver will be on the wristband. It will have the little vibrating motor, like from a cell phone or an old pager, and the transmitter part will be what you're wearing around your neck. If you notice, this has a single battery holder in it. That's one reason why I picked this circuit, but I found out that it works a whole lot better on 3 volts instead of 1.5. So I'm going to have to research batteries. What I'm hoping is that we can make the thing work on either one of these or 2 of these, which I think will have no trouble getting into a wristband and a necklace. There is one thing I found out tonight, is that now this thing doesn't actually pick out any one radio frequency or station. Anything, well, not anything, anything around the FM radio band will get into it. I did have something earlier tonight setting it off. I have no idea what it was. Now, I live 2 doors down from a fire station. They may have been out doing radio checks, and that may have done it. I've checked my cell phone. That doesn't do it. And I have a GMRS walkie-talkie here, that doesn't do it either. So I'm not quite sure what was doing it, but I thought for the purposes of this prototype that would probably be acceptable, at least to find out if this is going to do what you want it to do for whoever it is that has the bad habits you're trying to get rid of. Anyway, I think that's about it. And I'll let you know when I make a little more progress. See ya.